What is up, guys? Project Sloth here, and just before I start this, I gotta explain. So, I intentionally wanted to make a part 1 at first about this game because this is Inscryption, but unfortunately, a good portion of that video became corrupted and basically lagged a ton. So, basically, I ended up somewhere, but I currently reset everything just so I could go back and actually make a decently long video. Because honestly, I didn't want to leave it at maybe a 7 or 8 minute video that almost showed absolutely nothing about the game. So for now, I'm going to try to read every single thing that comes off of here, and I'm going to try to continue the game because I didn't know at first how to. I know how to play the game now, but it lagged for me. Like, the video lagged completely. It was over 45 minutes. I was going to cut it up in two parts and everything like that, but the video was just unusable. So now I gotta stick to this. So that should be fun. I'm gonna try to make this not so long a video, maybe 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna see what happens, honestly. So I guess let's get started. All right. So let's see. Continue. All right. So, I can't remember all of the dialogue, but hopefully this reset everything and didn't put me right back in the same place. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Creepy guy right there. Cool, cool, cool. All is going according to plan. Let's go. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the scroll card. Scroll card. Now players. Yeah. An honorable death. Play the stoat. So this game basically involved a lot, at least for a good portion of it, it involved basically sacrificing certain cards you can sacrifice, and certain cards you need 2 or more sacrifices. Like this one only needed 1, and then I can end my turn with this. Your stoat stands unopposed. Alright. The number on the bottom left is the attack power, so that's how many times it can, how much damage it does. And on the right, it should be its health. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn. So then he puts a card down. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat, but he has 1 health, so he might die in a second. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. Yeah. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. And it's your turn again. So let's try this. I don't even need to do anything. Honestly, I could just grab a... Yes, it's very reckless, but at the same time, I will pass. Cool. So I could just basically... So just to show you guys that all of them only require 2 sacrifices, so I could just grab the squirrel, put it down here, and then go back to my deck, grab the wolf, and then sacrifice these 2. And just basically place it down. Fear not, the beast is sacrificed, but not removed from your deck. I get it. Its suffering was real, but you will see it again. And then I could just basically place it anywhere on the board. Usually there are cards up here, but yeah, that's about it. And I can just... Next turn. 3 damage dealt, 3 weights on the scale. Pass again. He's just letting me win at this point, so I can just practice trying out the different cards and everything like that. Last game, all I did really for this part was just pass a couple times. So I'm just gonna... Let me see. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try the river snapper, see if I can... And then just place this down, see how much damage that does. It only does 1 damage, but has a ton of health. They won't all be so easy. So I won this match, but they all won't be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh yes. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. And so I can just keep traveling through this. I believe this 2 denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. So I get to flip them and see which one I chose this time. I have to read these again because I don't remember many lives. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. Touch of Death. I think I chose the adder last time. I think I might go with the cat this time just so it's like a different little playthrough. Another creature joins your caravan. Yes. So, let's continue. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. Got it. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in the bottle, break in case of emergencies, and have a second. Another useful implement, I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. So I just basically, we'll get to see that a little bit later. 3 is as much as you can carry. Got it. Now we continue on to this match. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe you'll help me. Take your turn. Okay. Play along for now. Gotcha. You may now see my moves ahead of time. So I can basically read his moves. Fledgling, a card bearing the sigil, will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board. So that's what he has so far, and I can honestly just sacrifice both of these, honestly, and just get the River Snapper. But I kind of don't want to do that, so I kind of want to... I can't grab another card at the beginning of my turn, so I'm going to hope that I can use the squirrel right here. Basically go back and use this stoat right here for this one. Here we go. And then the cat, I don't think I'm going to use it right now, but I am going to put it on the board just in case. Or I can't. Oh, I need to also sacrifice just for the cat. Okay, okay. For now, the stoat might work. I don't want to use too much. The wolf cub. I hate that thing. Hand the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. So... now I think I'll go with another one. Unfortunately, I probably shouldn't have done that, but... Airborne... Yeah, I know. It hits me directly. My bat flew right over your stoat. Okay. Only has 1 health left. I can attack it one more time, and I'm pretty sure that should do it for now. This one, on the other hand, is going to be a tricky one. So right now, I do need a squirrel. And the way that I'll probably do that is sacrifice the squirrel, put that on there, and then put the wolf down. Should I? Yeah, I probably should. So I'm going to put the squirrel down right here. Put the cat. Or should I just... No. Because the cat doesn't die after sacrifice, so it'll stay there longer, and I can have more sacrifices with that. But I think a more aggressive move right now would be to actually play the wolf there. And then put the wolf in play. I think that would be the most aggressive move right now. At the moment, I feel like we need a squirrel. So, the squirrel right now... If I could just have the squirrel right there... A place down here and the cat right there. I'm pretty sure that'll block him for now. I'm guessing... for now, that'll distract a little bit. And then, as far as this goes, I need another squirrel. And then I should place this down here. And then, honestly, I could just keep placing squirrels there, and I think that would be the most strategic move. Solid. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the new, now bloody terrain. Okay. So that one I won. That one was a little trickier. I think I won that on my first try as well. I can't exactly remember. And then I get placed 2 more cards. The young wolf cub, it grows into a wolf after a single turn. Or I could pick the meek sparrow, and An inexpensive if feeble flying creature. So I believe the last time I did pick the sparrow. So I'm actually gonna play this newly a little bit. I'm gonna pick the wolf cub, see what it gives me. Okay. You stumbled into a strange stone in the midst. You are compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. Oh man. So one of these two has to be lost forever. I like the fact that I could reuse this over and over again. But I also like the fact that I could also reuse this. So I actually didn't find that much use for this one. So I'm just gonna put that down and I'm still gonna go the same route. Like I'm just gonna pick this guy right here. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the stoat. Interesting. Now we go to the next one. Ah, crud. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine card with the airborne sigil. That's the thing that I think I hated the most. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic. Really? Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Both of them are struck with the airborne sigil. A card bearing the sigil. Okay. Got it. Okay. And do you mind if I see which card they have? They only have 1 health each, it looks like. So it looks like if I were to put the wolf cub down at some point by using the squirrel and the stoat at the same time. If I were to basically do this and then put the wolf cub down and then later on put the wolf. They do 2 damage. That's the thing that I hated the most on this one. Now, do I either use this? I think this at this point is where I use stuff for emergencies. I think I also need 1 more card, but at the same time, I'm just like... And then use both bottles here. And then basically sacrifice these 2. Use the wolf. I think that would work out pretty well. Wolf. And I think that should do it. This is annoying. Squirrel. Stoat. And then put it down. And then end it. You're 1 damage away from winning. That did nothing. Okay, I think I could just... Honestly, if I wanted to, I could just pick this up, because that one only has 1 health, and this one has 1 damage. Extra. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. So now, let's go this one. I get to choose from 3. Okay, this is different territory, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. The revealed skunk. Its stench reduces the strength of the enemy. Okay. Sparrow. I already got the chance to pick that one up. Elk. The flighty elk. It moves after attacking. That's actually really interesting. I do want to reduce the... So, this one, the creature opposing a card bearing the sigil loses 1 power. So, it loses its damage. This one basically just flies over. And this one, at the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. So, this will basically just take a step to the right. I think I might just choose the... I might just choose the skunk. I feel like it's a more strategic move if I choose the skunk. I'll go through the fire. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. If I were to upgrade one of the cards... The fire warmed the poor skunk, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the skunk away from the fire and left. Nice. Got out of there. Okay, what are these grand oaks? A card bearing the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. So, that's going to block that dude. I think the snapping turtle does about the same. But the question is, can I use these as sacrifices? I don't think I can. So I feel like I have to... Can I not? No, I can't pick. Not on the first turn. Wolf Cub. Dang. I really got handed a bad deck here. Oh boy, I really did get handed a trash deck here. Can I use any of these as sacrifices is my question. You're lacking sacrifices, you're gonna... This could only end in tragedy. This could literally only end in tragedy. Skunk. But I literally don't have any sacrifices. Man. You lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. So I died the last time before, so I know where the candlestick is. Just this one. Bring it here. Okay, maybe. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. Okay. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? I can either choose left or right. Man. Do I want to enhance another one, or do maybe I want... I think I'm going to go this way just so... Because there's a sack right there. The stalwart snapper, a near impenetrable defense. Skunk. But don't I already have one? The bullfrog. So I already have these 2. The only logical one would be to pick that one. I think. Because the other 2 I just have it already. So it doesn't really matter. Or does it? Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. A gust from this may lift your creature into the air if only for a turn. Choose one. I haven't really tried this one, so I might choose one. A rock may get you out of a hard place. Feeling overburdened enough with a full 3 items, you carried on. Okay, I haven't gotten this far. What is this? So, yeah, you guys might be wondering why I kind of stopped the video here and blurred it a little bit, but the file ended up corrupting at the very end, and I didn't feel like doing a 3rd recording all over again, so honestly, it's just BS at this point. So, this is what happened with the whole boss fight here. So, the minor dude that I ended up fighting is like the boss. I basically went through 1 life. The 2 candles that you see on the skull, or there is a skull with like 2 candles in it, basically. One of them, if it goes out, that means round 1 is over, and round 2 then commenced. I lost at round 2, so that means that my 2nd candle was blown out. So it was my 2nd mistake. I basically died, got my photograph taken, and got like a memento. And I pretty much just ended it off there. So I'm glad not too much was lost, but a good portion of like that video was cut out. So like I won the first round with that miner dude, but lost the second one. So that's all I gotta say. I'm hoping that I can fix this bug soon, because this is getting ridiculously annoying for me to just do this over and over again. And since I won't be able to say this like for like the ending here, I'll just say it here. Like and subscribe for more, and toodles.